This is the world record for every Easter egg in COD Zombies. Also, let's see if you can beat the speed run for pressing that subscribe button. Let's get right into the video. So the first map we have up is Ascension from Black Ops 1. This Easter egg can only be beaten in 4-player, and its time is 13 minutes and 37 seconds. This was achieved by It's a Nuke, Little Man, and Ultimate Zenith. The Ascension Easter egg is the first proper Easter egg, and 13 minutes and 37 seconds is one hell of a time. Also, let me know if you guys like Ascension in the comments below. Moving on to our next run, it's going to be Call the Dead from Black Ops 1. The world record for this map is 4 minutes and 47 seconds. This was achieved by Frosty Milkshake, what an epic name by the way. And the Call the Dead Easter egg is really the first proper solo Easter egg, and you actually get properly rewarded for this one as well. Once you kill George, every time after completing the Easter egg, you'll get a free Wonderwaff, which is the only infinitely killing gun on the map. Also, little fun fact, don't try and shoot George with it because it does literally 1 damage. So, it's not going to be that useful towards him. Needless to say, amazing run. Well done, my man. Moving on to our next map is Shangri-La from Black Ops 1. Now, the world record for Shangri-La is 9 minutes and 38 seconds. This was achieved by It's a Nuke, Loki the God, Raheem, and Ultimate Zenith. I think to this date, Shangri-La Easter egg is the only Easter egg that lets you change the skybox of the map, because it goes from a daytime setting to a nighttime setting, and it's pretty cool. Also, Shangri-La has aged extremely well. Let me know if you think that as well in the comments. Anyway guys, amazing run, and we'll be seeing a lot of these guys later on as well. They're absolute monsters at Easter eggs, and yeah, they're just absolutely insane. Now moving on to the Moon Easter egg world record, it is going to be 22 minutes and 46 seconds. And as you can see in the gameplay here, we have some familiar faces, these being It's a Nukes, Raheem, and Ultimate Zenith. This is a free player game, and what an insane run, man. I mean, Moon's a pretty difficult map, I would say, for the Easter egg, because so much has to go right in the game in terms of RNG. But even just the map itself is quite difficult, and I'm going to be honest, I've never done the Moon Easter egg on co-op or solo. The one thing's for sure, it has one of the most impactful moments in the COD Zombie storyline when we blow up the Earth. I mean, yeah, we see the Earth getting blown up. So, amazing run, guys. You guys are monsters, and I have a feeling we're going to see these guys later on as well. Now, moving on to Black Ops 2, we have the world record time in the 4-player game for 6 minutes and 48 seconds. And this, yet again, was completed by It's a Nuke, Raheem, Ultimate Zenith, and then, of course, Hatcher. A really good run on a really bad map. But this map has 2 Easter eggs, the Richtofen side and the Maxis side, and we are absolutely going to be covering both. So for the Maxis side of the Easter egg, the world record is 3 minutes and 38 seconds, and this run was completed by Game Like a Dylan, Loki the God, Raheem, and Ultimate Zenith. Again, a great run on a pretty mediocre map. Congratulations, guys. Now we'll be moving on to the Die Rise Easter egg, where we actually have all 4-player perspectives, which is quite good. We'll be starting off with the Richtofen side, and this was completed in 2 minutes and 59 seconds. Obviously, for the transit set of Easter eggs, we're using the bank as well, because in future maps with Gobblegums, we'll be including maps with Gobblegums. It just makes more sense, and they are the faster time after all. So yeah, this is an absolutely incredible run. Die Rise, I would argue, is worse than transit, especially the Easter egg. So yeah, incredible job, guys. Now moving on to the Maxis side of the Easter egg, what actually takes a little bit longer to complete with a time of 4 minutes and 33 seconds. This was achieved by Hatcher, It's a Nuke, Raheem, and Ultimate Zenith. So again, Die Rise is one of the maps I would argue is worse than transit, and completing any of these Easter eggs is an accomplishment in itself. So congratulations to all the guys that completed the Die Rise Easter egg, and with such great times as well. Now we'll be moving on to one of the arguably the best maps in Black Ops 2, Mob of the Dead. So the world record for this map is a 4-player game, and the time is 12 minutes and 44 seconds. This was completed by Dank Slushy, Jet to Lag, Reality, and Sably. This Easter egg was really unique in the fact that you actually have to kill one of your teammates or get killed by them, so there's multiple endings for it. You either break the cycle or you continue it. So it's a pretty fun Easter egg, and let the cycle continue. Congratulations, guys, you are absolute monsters. Again, I apologize for some of the gameplay not being as crisp as it could be. Again, with speedruns and stuff, the quality isn't really what matters, it's more the actual run itself. So the next map we're moving on to is Buried from Black Ops 2. This is probably the best map out of the Victus crew, and visually and the Easter egg is just really good. First of all, we're starting off with the Richtofen side with a time of 7 minutes and 22 seconds. This was completed by Hatcher, Raheem, Alternate Zenith, and Airbear Train. Again, buried visually is a really pretty map, and the Easter egg from what I remember isn't that bad. There's some pretty cool steps in it as well, like finding your dead bodies, being on round infinite, and having the paralyzer is always a good time. Now moving to the Max's side of the buried Easter egg, we have a time of 5 minutes and 20 seconds, and this is the canon version of the Easter egg. This world record was achieved by Hatcher, It's a Nuke, Raheem, and Alternate Zenith once again. I'm starting to see a pattern with these speedruns. So absolutely great run, guys. You are all monsters once again, and I could only dream to be as good as you guys are at this game. The next world record we have is Origins from Black Ops 2. And this is the solo version of the Easter egg, since from here on out we're focusing more on the solo side of things. So the fastest time for the solo completion of the Origins Easter egg is 39 minutes and 37 seconds, and this was done by ScottyDog007. The Origins Easter egg has to be one of the most rewarding in terms of actually completing it. I think it's what really divides an average player from a good zombies player. And overall, the Origins Easter egg is just a fun Easter egg to do. We'll just ignore the fact that the ending cutscene left the community confused and depressed for like 3 years until Black Ops 3 came out. But overall, a really impressive time on a fantastic map. Scotty Dog is an absolute legend for this. Okay, so I wasn't really expecting there to be a portion of this video where one guy has all of the world records on one game. But we'd have that here. So for every Exo Zombie world record, we have a guy. They go by the name of Kaki, so let's go over every world record that they have. So for the Outbreak solo world record, we have a time of 9 minutes and 27 seconds. This was the first Exo Zombie Easter egg, and it wasn't that bad from what I recall. You just have to collect key cards, and then there's a step at the end where you have to kill a bunch of zombies to collect more key cards. But the funny thing about this Easter egg is it actually has another ending that people didn't discover until after the last map came out. Descent. In the original map, you would have the game end with the chopper crashing, but in the other Easter egg, the chopper would actually come and pick you up. Moving on to our next map, we have Infection, and yeah, this Easter egg was pretty trash from what I remember. I think it just involves you making a hamburger, but the world record for this map is 12 minutes and 32 seconds. The only good part about this Easter egg is that Bubby will become your friend and start killing zombies. And that's cool, I guess, but other than that, this map is pretty bleh. Now moving on to the Carrier Easter egg with a world record time of 26 minutes and 42 seconds. This Easter egg was challenging, but it actually wasn't that bad. It had some pretty fun steps in it. There's a few little cool things you can do, like you have to go to another island on the map. There's a step where you're actually drunk on the ship and you have to navigate through the ship without touching these lasers. There's some pretty fun steps in this Easter egg, but overall it's pretty mediocre, but a pretty impressive time nonetheless. Now moving on to our last Exo Zombie Easter egg, thank God, we have Descent with a world record time of 45 minutes and 7 seconds. And all I'm saying is, if an Easter egg takes you that long to complete, you know it's going to be tedious when it's a speed run. Don't get me wrong, there's a few cool steps in this Easter egg, but just the enemies, man, they make it so annoying when they turn off your exosuit, and it's just not fun. But overall, really impressive run of world records by Kaki. So big GG's to this guy. Absolutely epic, and I could never dream of doing the speedruns on all these maps. So now, moving on to Black Ops 3, we have Shadows of Evil, 4-player with Mega Gobblegums with the time of 26 minutes and 17 seconds. And this was achieved by Freckleston, Kookie, Mikey0006, Squirters, which is a questionable name. Again, I was saying at the start of this video, for the record to be on this list, it needs to have the ending cutscene or the end game of the Easter egg. But I'm going to include the solo version of this Easter egg as well, because it was recently beaten by Steve, who is an insane zombies player. He has a time of 20 minutes and 21 seconds. For the solo Easter egg, it's counted that when you kill the Shadow Man, that is the Easter egg completed, because after that point, you can't do much more. So that's an insane run, but we're looking more at the co-op version, which has the time again of 26 minutes and 17 seconds. An insane run, guys. You should be very proud of yourselves. We are including the Giants Easter egg on this list, which is obviously getting a pack punch gun, shooting 3 teddy bears, and then getting the Annihilator from the fire pit. The world record for this map is 1 minute and 6 seconds on solo, but there are times faster than this in the co-op games. And obviously we're using a lot of mega gobblegums and stuff, but obviously that's the only fair way to do this because it means you'll get the fastest times. A pretty great time, all things considered. I know it's not a giant Easter egg, but it definitely is worthy of being on this list. Now, for every Black Ops 3 mainline Easter egg, this is from the Rise and Draka Revelations, the person that holds the world record goes by Freckleston. And he's an absolute insane player, as you're seeing from the Rise and Draka gameplay here. So we'll quickly go over the times and stuff and talk about the Easter eggs slightly, but we know that all the mainline Black Ops 3 Easter eggs, not the remakes, are by Freckleston. So we have the Rise and Draka with 26 minutes and 45 seconds. Obviously, the Rise and Draka Easter egg is a really fun Easter egg to do on solo and co-op, and the boss fight is very fun to do. You blow up the moon at the end of it, and it's, you know, kind of like mirroring Moon in a way, and how we blow up the Earth in that map. So overall, really great run, and yeah, let's move on to Zetsubo. So for Zetsubo, we have 22 minutes and 24 seconds. This Easter egg is a bit of, not my favorite, but I do enjoy the boss fight for what it is. I know you're not really fighting Takeo because it's just his arms getting like flung about. You're more dealing with the thrashers and stuff, but the Easter egg, the ending cutscene makes up for all the issues that maybe the main Easter egg actually has. So yeah, again, this is done by Freckleston, so overall amazing run, and let's move on to Goro Krovi, where we'll see Freckleston once again. So Goro Krovi's world record is 33 minutes and 43 seconds. And again, this is achieved by Freckleston. The Goro Krovi Easter egg was broken for so long on PC and console, I believe, unless you had a mod loaded that didn't make the game crash. It's only fixed somewhat recently in the past, like a year and a bit or so, if I remember correctly. But this Easter egg is very, very challenging, and it's not an easy Easter egg to complete, especially on solo, with all the really hard steps you have, like the bomb step, and then all the escort steps can be quite difficult. But if you complete this time in under, I believe, is it 45 minutes? You get a permanent perkaholic, which is a really good reward. It's the only Easter egg that really rewards you for beating it in a certain time. On Black Ops 3 at least. So overall, GG's, my man. Now let's move on to Revelations. So for Revelations, we have a time of 25 minutes and 35 seconds. Revelations, when Easter eggs started to kind of like, not go downhill, but they started following a different kind of pattern of Easter egg styles compared to what we had before. Say what you want about the Revelations Easter egg, the visual aspect of the map is beautiful, and the boss fight, even though it's kind of a piss take really, it's still a fun boss fight for what it is. And again, this is all done by one guy, Freckleston. So again, man, absolutely insane player right over here. You deserve all these records, and yeah, man, you're just absolutely insane. Now, next up, we have all these Zombie Chronicles Easter eggs, and first up, we have Ascension. So the world record for this map is 6 minutes and 40 seconds, and this was achieved by some familiar faces being Hatcher, It's a Nuke, Raheem, and Alternate Zenith once again. There's not really much to say about the remakes of these Easter eggs. They're all the same pretty much, but there's maybe some quality of life changes here and there, like for the Moon Easter egg, which we'll talk about in a second. But overall, great run, and yeah, Zombies Chronicles was a great time, man. Next up, we have Shangri-La with a world record of 7 minutes and 59 seconds. This is done once again by Hatcher, It's a Nuke, Raheem, and Alternate Zenith. Absolutely incredible times, guys. And now moving on to Moon, where we'll be covering the solo version. It has a world record of 20 minutes and 46 seconds. And this is done by a game like a Dylan, which we've seen on this list already. So for the Moon Easter egg on Black Ops 3, it's actually achievable by solo, and that's why we're not covering the co-op games, because again, the main priority for this list are solo games, with a few exceptions here and there. But you can see Dylan freaking out here, as he should be, because it's such an incredible run. Well done, my man. Very well done indeed. So for the Infinite Warfare side of things, we're going to be covering the director's cut version of the Easter eggs, because they are the fastest times after all, and you can earn it all in game. So I don't see why we should be counting these ones instead of the runs without the super Easter egg activated. So for Infinite Warfare, we have a lot of the same players beating the Easter egg, so we're just going to fire through them. So we have Zombies in Spaceland with a world record time of 14 minutes and 3 seconds, and this was achieved by 6KZ. We have Raven the Redwoods, which was completed in 18 minutes and 27 seconds, and this was by Menobot. We have 6KZ again in Shalong Shuffle with a time of 21 minutes and 55 seconds. Menobot once again in Attack of the Radioactive Thing with an impressive time of 14 minutes and 29 seconds. And then Beast from Beyond with a time of 11 minutes and 52 seconds. And this was achieved by Rourke 1, which we've seen on this list already. Overall, absolutely insane Infinite Warfare Zombies players. This game probably had some of like the harder Easter eggs. I know we covered the Director's Cut version, which makes things a little easier, but again, I think since the times are faster and we've included megas and stuff, it's only right to include this as well. Okay, so every world record in this game is pretty much done by one guy. They go by Sinka Renta. For the final Reich, we're only going to be including the hardcore Easter egg and the one with consumables because, again, faster times, and we've included mega gobblegums and stuff, so yeah. Any advantage someone can get to get a faster time, we are including. That isn't downright cheating, at least. So since we know who's obtained all these world records, we're just going to fire through the times of the maps. So for the final Reich, we have a world record of 43 minutes and 43 seconds. For the Darkest Shore, we have a record of 33 minutes and 55 seconds. For the Shadowed Throne, we have a world record of 30 minutes and 58 seconds. And then for the Frozen Dawn, we have a world record of 20 minutes and 47 seconds. World War II Zombies is definitely one of the harder games in the franchise for Easter eggs, and I gotta give props to this guy, absolutely insane player, and yeah, really well done. So for the Black Ops 4 versions of the Easter eggs, we're going to be classing again whatever gives the fastest time, so all elixirs and talismans are allowed to be used here, so Perkaholics, yeah, go Perkaholics. So the world record for 9 is an astonishing 32 minutes and 5 seconds, and this is done by Little Squeezy Gang, which is a cool name. 9 is definitely not an easy Easter egg, and what makes it harder is definitely the boss fight. I know the elephant sometimes can be pretty challenging to kill, but if you know what you're doing, you'll be alright. Next up, we have Voyage of Despair with a time of 34 minutes and 48 seconds. This has been done by someone that goes by the name of Aiden Ross, and the Voyage of Despair Easter egg is a difficult one. One of the most tedious steps in this is the planet step, but it all is worth it for the really fun boss fight. So well done, man, congratulations. So funnily enough, the Blood of the Dead Easter egg world record is actually a classic elixirs only, so that's pretty impressive. And the world record for this map is 47 minutes and 49 seconds. This has been done by Freckleston once again, absolutely insane player. The Black Ops 3 Easter eggs just wasn't enough for him, so he had to come take the Black Ops 4 ones as well. This Easter egg is really hard, and doing it without elixirs, like proper elixirs, is definitely going to be a challenge for the average player. So overall, a ginormous congratulations. The boss fight do be pretty easy though. So for the classified Easter egg, we're obviously classing the actual Easter egg, not the round 150 run. And the world record for this is 4 minutes and 54 seconds. This has been achieved by Flindex, and overall just a huge congratulations. This Easter egg isn't the hardest one, but it's definitely a tricky one to do fast because there's a lot of little things here and there you need to do. For Dead of the Night, we have the world record of 26 minutes and 19 seconds. And this has been done by Freckleston once again. This was achieved actually 2 weeks ago from this video being made, so it shows that it's possible for world records to still get beaten to this date on these other maps. So always go back and give it a try if you really want to. Ancient Evil, we have a world record of 23 minutes and 25 seconds. This has been done by Flindex once again. Classified wasn't enough for him, so he came for Ancient Evil as well. Overall, an incredible Easter egg, and a very challenging Easter egg at that as well. Next up, we have Alpha Omega with 27 minutes and 57 seconds, one of the worst Easter eggs ever made. This was done by True Help, and I will need help if I ever have to touch this map again, which I probably will. Congratulations, my man, I could never do this in this time. And finishing off the Black Ops 4 section of this video, we have Tagder Toten with a time of 41 minutes and 35 seconds. This was done by someone that goes by Iffy Stiffy, so yeah, that's another name that's pretty fun. Overall, really good run. Well done, my man. Oh, so let's all agree that Tagder Toten is a beautiful map. Now we'll be firing through all the Black Ops Cold War Easter eggs, and we will be including Ram Pace Inducer where it actually makes the time faster, but for a lot of the maps, it's actually not the case. So first of all, we got D Machine with the time of 20 minutes and 36 seconds. This was achieved by Mike, and even though this map isn't the hardest map ever, it can be tricky sometimes because the zombies in this game do get pretty difficult pretty fast. For the Firebase Z Easter egg, we have a world record of 21 minutes and 21 seconds. This was done by Big Boy, and yeah, overall really impressive run. This map does, again, not have the hardest Easter egg, but I know this map really set off speedrunning for Black Ops Cold War Zombies, and people loved watching the streams and the videos and trying to get the fastest time. So well done, my man. We have Big Boy again with the time of 23 minutes and 7 seconds for Marauder Toten. Overall, this map's definitely one of the more difficult Easter eggs in Black Ops Cold War, and the boss fight is somewhat challenging as well, so well done, my man, once again. We will also be including the Outbreak Easter eggs as well, so for part 1 of the Outbreak Easter egg, we have a time of 21 minutes and 9 seconds. This is done by Big Boy once again. Then for part 2 of this Easter egg, we have a time of 16 minutes and 19 seconds. And this was done by Master Smexy. So yeah, that's another name. For Forsaken, it was done by Mike once again. And this is with a time of 12 minutes and 48 seconds. But definitely a great map to get a good time on. And I guess we will cover the Vanguard zombies. Fine, you guys liked it in the last video, so I'll do it in this one as well. So first of all, we have Terra Maledicta with a time of 20 minutes and 43 seconds. This is done by Escape Shot. Well done, very good time on a very mediocre map. The next time we have is 19 minutes and 17 seconds on Shinonuma Reborn, and this is done by Glitch XXR. Really good run on this map. Shinonuma Reborn is probably the one thing that Vanguard did right, and overall it's a great time. And then we have the greatest map of all time, the Archon, with a time of 24 minutes and 23 seconds. This was done by Big Boy once again, so this guy just keeps coming for them. But that is every single world record speed run in COD Zombies for Easter eggs. Goodbye.